What is going on, guys? Steven here and welcome back to new chinaphone review. So today we'll check out some amazing cheap chinaphone, which is the Cubot S168 from gearbest.com. It's a low budget phone and I ordered it for my dad as a secondary phone for work. And as always, you can find the link to the seller, which is gearbest.com, down below in the description, so feel free to check it out. And also don't forget to check out chinadevices.com, where you can find a written review of the Cubot S168. Okay guys, then now let's get started with the review. Now here's the box which I got from gearbest.com, and let's have a quick look at the specs of the Cubot. Now it comes with a 5-inch QHD IPS screen. That means with a resolution of 540x960. The system on chip is an MTK6582. That means it comes with a quad-core processor running at 1.3 GHz, and Mali 400MP GPU to play 3D games, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth and GPS integrated. Also, this device is running Android 4.4 KitKat, and it comes with quad-band GSM frequencies, and we got WCDMA 850 and 2100. So before you buy such a smartphone, make sure that the frequencies work in your country. So just double check that. Also, this phone comes with 1 GB of RAM and 8 GB of ROM, so that's not that much, but you can extend the internal memory by using microSD cards up to 32 GB. Now regarding the camera, we got an 8 megapixel back camera, which some people told me is actually just 5 megapixels, and a 5 megapixel front camera, which some people told me is actually just 2 megapixels. But you will see later how the quality looks like. So the megapixels are not really indicating on how good the camera will be. So let's just do a quick unboxing and then we'll come to the review. Okay guys, so I have already unboxed the phone to save a little bit time, and here it is. Here comes the Cubot S168, and it's a full plastic body, feels pretty good. We can also see here the screen doesn't look that bad. The backside in white here, it's also available in black, is very glossy, comes here with the Cubot logo. But anyway, we'll have a closer look at the smartphone in just a minute. But before we do that, let's check out all the accessories which come with the smartphone. So let's just put it beside. Now the first thing here is the charger. And this really looks like the iPhone charger, so I think the first iPhone 4 charger looked like this. Also, this charger here comes with C certification, and yeah, that could be fake, but the charger looks pretty good, so I think it's maybe correct. Okay, then let's have a look at the micro USB charging cable. The Cubot has one micro USB port, and you need that to charge your smartphone or to connect it to the computer, and that one here looks pretty good, just like the one from my Galaxy S5. Then let's have a look at this here. I was really curious what that is, and then I found out it's a bandana or something, and you can wear that on your head. And really funny, I've never got something like this with a Chinese smartphone. It was also in the package, pretty cool, and I think that's some kind of promotion thing. And pretty cool that they include it for free, but I probably won't wear that. Now the phone came pretty well packed in several bags, and here you can also see a little sticker which just shows you a main number, because for instance if you update the ROM and the main number gets corrupted, you can easily restore it with that. Also included a screen protector, one is already on the smartphone, and a microfiber cloth to clean the display. And also included for free from gearbest.com is the silicone rubber case here. And that one here is transparent here around the frame, and here on the back side it's not 100% transparent. Looks pretty cool, and yeah, it's very flexible and protects your smartphone. Okay, last but not least, also a user manual is included, so that's just a short starter guide on how to turn on your smartphone, how to use the basic applications. Probably very useless for the most users, but hey, it's included. Okay guys, so basically that's everything you can find in the box, so gearbest.com really includes a lot of stuff, and now let's have a look at the Cubot S168, so let's go. Okay ladies and gentlemen, now here it is, the Cubot, and that's the front side, and the whole device is made out of plastic, so that is why it is so cheap. And the screen here looks really good, it's not as dark as the frame, but yeah, looks kinda good, and it's an IPS screen. The frame is not too thick, looks also pretty good, and here at the bottom we can find the capacitive menu, home and back button. Unfortunately, this device does not have a notification LED, so here at the top we just have some sensors, the front camera and the speaker. So you have to use the capacitive buttons here as notification LEDs. Then now let's have a look at the backside with the Cubot logo. So this one here comes in white. Here you can see the location of the speaker, it's at the bottom, and it's very smooth and glossy, and here at the top we got the 8 megapixel back camera, and this little thing here is the LED flash. And you'll later see the LED flash looks kinda strange because it emits some very yellow light. And here you can also find the micro USB port to charge the smartphone, and left from that here you can find the 3.5mm headphone jack for the headset, which is not included in the box. Then here you can see also one line which goes around the whole frame. It looks like chrome or metal or something, but no, that's actually plastic, just like the rest of the phone. Okay, then here you can see how thick it is, and it's a little bit thicker than my OnePlus One. And let's do a little bend test. Because it's a plastic body, I want to see if it bends, because some people have reported on cheap China phones that they bend a lot on plastic bodies. But I have to say this one here feels pretty good. And maybe I have to do a long-term test, but here it feels pretty good. Now here you can also see the buttons, power button and volume rockers located at one side of the smartphone, which is the right side. Here at the bottom you can see a little hole for the bottom microphone to call people, and also this little slot here to remove the back cover, because the back cover is removable. And now let's remove the back cover and let's have a look at the smartphone. So I have now removed the white back cover. It's actually pretty easy, and here you can see the battery, which is also removable. It comes with the Cubot logo and you can easily remove it with your fingernail. So let's get the battery here out of the smartphone. And there we go. And the battery capacity is not really big. Also you can see here some strange connectors. I haven't seen them for a long time. And here you can also see it's a 3.7 volt lithium ion battery pack, and it has a capacity of 1900 milliamp hours. So pretty small battery, but also the MTK6582 doesn't drain that much power. So the battery is very thin, and if you want to have a spare battery, just check out gearbest.com. Now here you can see the device without battery. Here you can once again see the model number and all the things, and also the frequencies. So before you buy such a smartphone, just double check the frequencies. Also it's a dual SIM phone. That means we have 2 SIM card slots. The main SIM card slot is a big SIM card slot, and I currently don't have an adapter, so I have used the SIM card slot 2, which will just give me GSM. And here you can see the Wi-Fi Bluetooth antenna, and left from that there's the micro SD card slot. And also the antenna layout on the smartphone looks pretty good. You will also later see the GPS test, and there you can see that GPS is actually working pretty good on that smartphone. And I haven't expected such a good GPS on such a cheap smartphone, and also it's MTK, so you know, GPS is mostly bad. Here at the bottom we have the GSM antenna, 3G antenna, and also the speaker, which looks kinda good. Okay guys, then now I will put it back together, and then let's just go to Android and let's check out the features of the Cubot S168. Okay guys, we're now here in Android, and you see some lines on the screen, but those are not on the screen, they are actually from my camera, because I have some problems with recording the screen. I don't know why, maybe because of the frame rate, because my camera is recording with 25 FPS, but yeah, I don't know. And here you can see the smartphone in the silicone rubber case. Looks kinda good, doesn't it? And the phone feels surprisingly fast for an MTK6582. It also got 1GB of RAM, and I have just changed the launcher from stock launcher to Nova launcher, and it does a pretty good job. It's very fast and there are absolutely no issues. It feels really good, and I think that's because the ROM is really good and doesn't include so much bloat like China clones. Okay, then let's go to the settings and let's go to About the Phone to find something out about the software. We also got here wireless update. So let's just try that. It's checking for updates, and your system is currently up to date. I really can't tell you if there are updates. That's always a problem on Chinese smartphones. Sometimes there are updates, sometimes there are not updates, but usually don't care about updates because usually there are none. Now here you can see Android KitKat, so that's definitely 4.4, and let's go quickly here through the settings. Let's start at the top. We got here Wi-Fi. I'm currently connected to Wi-Fi. Here you can see the signal. Pretty good. The router's in the first floor, I'm in the cellar, so nothing to say about Wi-Fi. It is working. Then let's go back here. Also Bluetooth is working, I've tested it in my car. Then here we have some more settings like you have on every other Android phone. Let's just check out the important things. Let's go here to storage, because here we can see the partitions. That's a little bit bad. The total space partition here is not even 1GB, and the other phone storage partition is 5GB. You have to repartition that if you want to install larger apps. and I would definitely recommend to check out chinadevices.com on how to do that. It's definitely recommended to repartition the internal memory to get one big partition. Okay, so let's go back to the settings, and that's what we'll do right now. Then let's go to the battery stats, and those are not accurate because I haven't charged the smartphone to 100%, but you can see what drains the most power. It's definitely cell standby, it's a dual SIM phone. So definitely that drains the most power, not the screen, because it's also an IPS screen. Let's go back to the settings, and here we also can find apps. And this here tells us which apps we have downloaded, which apps are currently running in the background. And we see here something very important, and that is the RAM consumption. And here we can see only 318 megabytes are used. That's not even 50% of the RAM. And that's why this phone is so fucking fast. So the ROM is really good, doesn't include so much bloat like other phones, and that is why it feels so smooth. So you can see there are no Chinese applications, no alternative Play Stores or something, and that makes the Android ROM here pretty good, and I can't wait for the next update. Okay, so let's go back here. And further we have gesture, and I would definitely recommend to deactivate that, because I have had it in my pocket and the gesture detection is not that good, so let's just try it. M for music. Okay, didn't work, let's just try and C for the camera. Okay, it did work. But, oh, it's C for calling, not camera. But anyway, I was calling so many people, so I think gesture detection is not really good on that phone, so better don't use it, guys. Okay, then let's check out the other features, and the rest here should be pretty much the same like on every other Android phone. Just quickly check out language and input, and here we can see it includes several languages, not all, but really many languages, and if you don't have a problem with English, if your language is not supported, you won't have a problem with the language because it's not in Chinese. Okay, then let's go back and let's go down here, and one last thing for the devs, because developer options here are not complete. They just include USB debugging, so you would have to mod the rest if you want to use that. And yeah, it's pretty simple. And that's it. That are the settings. Then let's have a look at the rest of the smartphone. Okay guys, now that were the settings, and let's go through some basic features on the smartphone, like the Android status bar, the dialer application, to see if the smartphone is working like it should. Then here you can see the quick access buttons. And we got here Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, GPS, basically everything which you have also seen in the settings. But this phone also supports cast screen, which you can see right over here. Then let's open up the dialer application and let's see if we can call people and if also the sensor is working to shut off the display. So let's just call here some random number, and there we go guys. So calling works, and yeah, so no roaming warning right now. And you can also see that the sensor is working, so if I cover the sensor it shuts off the display, and that goes really fast, so you don't have to be afraid to hang off the call when you just touch your display with your ear. Okay guys, now that was the dialer application. And calling people works, browsing the internet works. If you put in your SIM card in the second SIM card slot, it only works on Edge. Then here we can see contacts, that also works. Then let's quickly test the text input, because on some phones it feels laggy, doesn't feel that good. Here it's actually fast and feels good, just the vibration feedback could be a little bit more solid, so that feels a little bit bad. But anyway, I would recommend to shut it off completely. Okay, that's it guys. And now we'll go to YouTube, so let's open up the browser and let's open up youtube.com, so that should actually work, also here on Wi-Fi. And then we can just play back some test movie to see the image quality, and also let's hear the back speaker quality. That was the movie playback. Now let's have a look at the flashlight, because in the beginning I told you that the flashlight looks kinda yellow. And we can use here the torch, and now I can show you how it looks like. So there we go, guys. And can you see that? So the LED is very yellow. And it looks kinda strange. And the funny thing is that I think the camera somehow just adjusts the colors that it doesn't look that yellow, because in the colors, in the picture, sorry, it actually looks pretty good. And the LED flash is very bright, but yeah, it's kinda yellow, which looks strange. But anyway, you will see the camera test just in a minute, and then you can see how it looks in pictures. Let's go. Okay guys, now before we check out the camera application, let's go quickly here through the apps on the smartphone. And this smartphone here comes with all the Google apps pre-installed. I have also installed several applications, but they are all downloaded from the Google Play Store, so you really don't have to worry about that. It also comes with an FM radio, but yeah, there is no headset included. Here on this page you can see that this smartphone really comes with all the Google applications. So it comes with the Play Store, Google Maps, and also Google Mail and the Google settings here pre-installed. It also comes with some random apps pre-installed, like Semi-Dress or something, I don't know what it is, some fashion application. And I would recommend to uninstall that. And I'm not sure if it's in system apps, so I haven't checked it, but you can easily uninstall that with Titanium. Okay, so basically that's it. That are all the apps, and let's quickly open up the camera application to see how the image quality looks like. Oh yeah, that's the front camera. So let's maybe switch to the back camera, and there we go. And the back camera has 8 megapixels, but some people told me it's actually just 5. And okay, I think we are zoomed in, so maybe it works with the volume rockers. Okay, so now we have to zoom here on the display. So yeah, now it's good. So let's have a look here at the image quality. We have autofocus, tap autofocus, that works pretty well. We can take here pictures, also with the LED flash, which is kinda yellow, but the pictures look pretty good. Now the camera quality isn't that bad, but it's nothing more than average. It's good to take some photos, for instance if you crash with your car or something, but don't expect a DSLR in your smartphone for a smartphone which just costs about $100. The camera is okay for the price, nothing to say about that, but it's definitely not the highlight of the smartphone. Then here you can see picture size 8 megapixels. Don't worry, I will also upload some test samples down below into the description, so you can check them out on chinadevices.com. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And now you will see some test photos and a test video, so let's go outside and let's have some fun with the camera of the Cubot S168. Okay ladies and gentlemen, that's the back camera quality, that's the video quality of the Cubot. And as I've told you, nothing special, doesn't look really good. And if you hold it very stable, the image quality starts to look good, but as soon as you move it, it's over. And also close-ups look pretty good. Here you can also see the yellow LED flash right over here. And it's a very yellow light, as you can see on my hand here. And it just looks like a burned LED in an LED stripe. And yeah, let's have a look here at some close-ups. And the close-ups look pretty good. Very detailed. Also some good resolution if you focus. That looks kinda good. You just see the yellow light here once again. But close-ups are actually pretty okay. Okay, now that was the video quality of the back camera, and now let's have a look at the front camera of the Cubot. So here comes the front camera quality of the Cubot, and yeah, it's 2 megapixel I think, and doesn't look that bad. Definitely okay for Skyping, but don't expect that you can take ultra high resolution selfies. It's just a $100 phone. And so also does look the front camera. Regarding the image quality, just check out the link down below in the description, and there you can check out some sample photos. But let's check out here the multi-touch tester, because this phone only has 2 touch points. That can get really annoying. If you play a game, for instance, which requires 4 or 5 fingers and you have to use them at the same time, it's not possible. It only detects 2 touches at the same time. And it's not really a problem, but most phones have more touch points, and this can get really annoying if you have an app which requires more touch points at the same time. So that is really something which is not good. But if you check out the GPS reception, then you will be very surprised. And let's just run the GPS test application. So it's straight out of the box, I didn't mod anything, and it works. So the fix just takes 1 or 2 seconds, and you see we have here 12 satellites in view and 8 or now 9 in use, and it's a cloudy day and it gets a pretty good signal. So I think it's somewhere between 25 and 30, so that's actually pretty good for a MediaTek device. And I also have tested on the road, and it was pretty accurate. I didn't expect that on such a cheap China phone. Okay, that was the last test. Now you will see some gameplay and also some benchmarks, and after that you will hear my conclusion about the Cubot S168. Okay guys, we're now at the end of this review, and here comes my conclusion about the Cubot. Now, it's a pretty good phone for $100. I probably won't use it as my main phone, because yeah, the OnePlus One for instance, it's definitely the highlight. I can't imagine using something different. But anyway, for my dad, a secondary phone, or for people who can't afford expensive phones, it is pretty good. GPS is working, that's some important thing. The camera quality is not that good. We only have 2 multi-touch points. That may be a problem. So please just check if you need more than 2 points. Most apps actually don't need more than 2, but it would be better to have more. And yeah, the front camera is also not that good. The body is made out of plastic, but all in all the performance, the software, it's very smooth. So you don't have any lags, no crashes, not unsupported application or something. It feels really good, and for $100, it's a pretty good deal. So just be sure to check out gearbest.com. You can find the link down below in the description for the written review, for tutorials. So if you just want to join our awesome community, check out chinadevices.com, register, be a part of our community, and just stay tuned to the latest news about China phones. Okay guys, that's it. That was my review on the Cubot S168. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope I see you again in my next videos. Bye bye guys.